Hello lads, I'm just going to share a quick story for you. I was just actually chatting to my good friend Kev there, just about obviously my background relating maybe to some of you guys, so you might take a little bit of maybe inspiration from my story and what we've been up to over the last couple of years. I was very similar background to yourself guys. I used to knock around in the league football back in the UK and in England. I played at original club was Colchester United, then Southend United, and then a short spell at Brentford, and then Gillingham for nearly six years. So I knocked around for sort of 10-11 years, played at Championship, League One, League Two. But anyway, long story short, you don't really expect to have to sort of reinvent yourself in your mid-20s as a footballer. As you know, by the time you hit your 30s, you're a little bit in decline with your contracts and your finances and stuff like that, and that's when you usually tune into thinking about life maybe after football. But anyway, I was playing football back in March 2012 and broke my leg. Just 6 months after that, I got told when I was expected to make a comeback for the following pre-season that I'd have to make a retirement. I was introduced actually to the Herbalife products just before I broke my leg in that January, and I was also spoke to about the business opportunity as well too. So by my good friend Danny, and it weren't really for me, I'll be completely honest with you lads. Selling milkshakes and all the rest of it didn't really fit into what I had in mind for life after football. But not only that, I wasn't really focused on wanting to do anything away from my career. I just wanted to get a couple of seasons under my belt. I was 26 years old and I thought, you know what, if I can just get a couple of years now, earn my money and play at the highest possible level, then I'll give that my best shot, and if not, then I'll maybe fall into the coaching route, the agency route, or anything like that, which is quite typical for the footballing route. But anyway, I broke my leg. At that stage, I started to use the products, get my passion. I used the products then to keep my body fat down while I was sort of in my rehabilitation program. I lowered my body fat percentage, of course, lost a little bit of muscle mass, but it just showed to me that the products were working. It gave me the energy, it gave me the appetite, was under control as well too. I was actually already referring some friends and family to Danny to get started on the product as well too, so I was actually already doing a role as a Herbalife member. But it was actually 6 months after that I got told the news that I'd have to make a retirement. I sat down again with Danny, literally the afternoon I came out of the surgeon's office after hearing the news, and he asked me again, he said, he asked me a couple of questions, to be honest with you. He asked me, the first question is, Gal, what are you going to do now? And I said, I'll be honest with you, Dan, I have no idea. I'll probably go and lay floors with my dad and my brothers, which absolutely scared the living daylights out of me, to tell the truth. And then he asked me the next question, and he said, well, is that something you want to do? I said, most definitely not. You actually realise you've had it a little bit easy for the last 10, 11 years out in the football park. And then he asked me the third question, he said, why are you going to do it then? And I said, well, it pays the bills right. And it's the last place that I wanted to find myself after football. I didn't mind doing it for a couple of years. But I also needed to get to a place where I was earning around about £5,000 a month, because I was on about 1,200-1,300 quid a week on my contract at that stage. And he said, look, mate, I know we spoke about it before, but why don't you take a serious look at the Herbalife opportunity? At that point I was desperate, I was completely open, and I said, go on then Dan, what's it doing for you? You've been how many months in the business? He said 7 months. This is what I made last month, it was £2,500. And that was enough to really just get me open and really take a proper look at the opportunity, because I thought, you know what, worst case scenario, if I can be making a couple of £1,000 a month with Herbalife over the next year, what I got by the end of the next year, what I got left on my contract, that's enough to really give me a platform, and then maybe look for another job to get me back financially to where I needed to be. Real long story short, I got started, of course, with the passion, with energy, and with complete desperation. Within 4 or 5 months, I was making a part-time income of almost £2,000 a month. Within 8 months of the business, I've replaced my full-time income, working this business part-time, going in for my treatment and stuff like that. I was just getting around the country, speaking to people, getting in front of people, and managed to make an income of around about £5,000-6,000 a month. So I was like, wow, this thing's going a lot quicker than I even expected. Within 12 months, I doubled that income. Was making over £10,000 a month at that point. My wife Charlotte had come on board. We'd started to build the business together. Just within a 24-month period from that, I'd more or less doubled that again. So I was now touching on £20,000 a month. And lads, I don't know you, you don't know me, but I can assure you I wasn't good enough to be making £20,000 a month in the football league anyway. And not only that, in obviously the way that this is built through building a network and building a residual income, I definitely wasn't going to be able to earn that over a long period of time. Today we've been with the Herbalife, with Herbalife now for 5.5 years, and Herbalife pays us anything around about sort of 17, 18 up to 20 and up to £25,000 a month. So on an average income, it works out about £17,000, £18,000 a month. Guys, hopefully you've taken something from that. You're in the best possible hands with my good friend Kev. You're going to see us in the networking, all the meetings. Find us on social media if you want to watch the story and stuff. And guys, just get in, get started, and give it your best shot. Of course, you're going to come across a few guys that are going to have a little cheap shot and stuff like that. Maybe they just don't understand it. Who's to say? I would have understood it getting involved a year earlier. I wasn't at that place ready to give it a real push like I did. My timing was key for me. And I think that's a big part in obviously everyone getting started on their journey as well too. So good luck with everything and make the most of it.